Hey everyone, it's Tammy. I'm back to share, not a haul, but to share with you the I Love Music tag. It's a tag that I've been watching here on YouTube for a month now, watching different people talk about the music that they love and various things that they wanted to share about music. So I figured, hey, I want to do this tag as well and share some of the things that I like about music. Basically, it's a tag that's composed of 9 questions, and I have it here on my iPhone, so you'll see me looking down constantly reading the question, as well as I took my notes and answered the questions as well to kind of keep me on track so I don't go off into a tangent like I'm doing now. Excuse me. But yeah, so the questions are a little bit different from a video that was recently shared in the VC by another member, and she did a similar tag about music that she loves. So I wanted to come on after watching several videos and said, you know what, let me share my tag that I've been wanting to share. So let me begin. Question number 1, favorite band / musician of the moment. My favorite band, I would say, of the moment is Tears for Fears. They're not a new artist. They're not new artists or anything like that. Everybody, well, I won't say everybody. People basically know who Tears for Fears is. They came out in the 80s. They've been a long-lasting band. I think they still actually till today tour and sing and different types of things. I recently purchased their album, which I haven't shared yet in the VC, but I purchased Songs from the Big Chair. And basically, I'm a huge fan of them. I've always been a fan of theirs since I was a little girl back in the 80s when I first heard them when I was in elementary school. And they've always been, a part of my musical journey of things that I've always loved. So happy to have that and happy to constantly play that over and over on my iPod, on my computer, and now on vinyl since I have it. Next question, question 2. One band you always come back to, or my go-to music. I would have to say my go-to music is Anita Baker. She's one of my favorites. She's not my top favorite singer, but she's like one of my favorites. I always listen to her music. I put her music on at work and just let it play out while I'm at the end of the day, like when the kids are gone and I'm doing my planning time. I have it playing in the background because we have like surround sound in our classrooms and everything. So when you play music in your classroom from your computer, it sounds like you're at a concert. And basically I put her music on and I do all my work. I try to get all my work done before I go home because I don't like to take anything home with me. And her voice is so soothing. Her music is so mellow. I mean, I can play her album from the beginning to the end and do what I have to do and go home. So moving on. Question 3, favorite movie soundtrack. My favorite movie soundtrack is actually Flashdance, and for various reasons. I actually have that record to begin with. Flashdance, favorite movie soundtrack because of the music that's on there. I mean, you have Flashdance with a Feeling, the Love theme song for Flashdance, Manhunt, what's the other one? Maniac, Imagination, Romeo. I mean, all of those songs are like good songs that somebody obviously thought out how, what songs to go on this album, and it worked very well for this movie. So I would say my favorite movie soundtrack is, like I said before, Flashdance. Next question, question number 4. What is or are your favorite songs of all time? Well, excuse me, I have several favorite songs, but my ultimate favorite song is Sade's Stronger Than Pride. I mean, that song is just what she just is. I get flabbergasted. I get like flustered every time I try to talk about it. That song is just a song that speaks that person's thoughts on love and how, how people put themselves in a situation or I don't even know how to explain it. Like basically she's saying love is stronger than pride, that no matter how much she knows that she's not supposed to be with that person or things are not working, that her love is going to overpower that pride that she has of not wanting to be with that person, and end up being with that person. That's how I took the song. And I mean, every time I listen to it, it makes me think of this movie in my mind about how this woman is in love with this man and he's probably not good for her, but her love is so much stronger than pride that she'll just go to that man. That's how I envision that song. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe it's just me, but that's my ultimate favorite song. And I mean, I have other songs that I like as well, but whenever I think about that one favorite song of all time for me, it's Love is Stronger Than Pride by Sade. Question number 5. Most embarrassing song on my iTunes. The most embarrassing song that I have on iTunes is called Camel Toe by Ricky, what's his name? Ricky Smiley. And Ricky Smiley is a comedian, and he has a radio morning show here that plays here in Miami called the Ricky Smiley Morning Show. And he has a song that he makes fun of camel toes, and he put it to like a beat, like a R&B slow sounding beat. I mean, you can YouTube it, it's probably on YouTube, but I actually downloaded the song because it's so hilarious to me. The things that he's saying and the jokes that he's making about it, it's nothing provocative or anything, it's just straight up silliness. And I'm sad to say that it's actually on my iPod, but whatever, it's all in fun. Question number 5. Most embarrassing, no, sorry, you just did that one. Question number 6. Top 3 played songs on my iTunes. I had to write this down because I you know, although I know what I listen to, like I said, I'll go off on a tangent. So my top 3 songs are Broken Wings by Mr. Mister, and I listen to that almost every night before I go to bed. Shot for Me by Drake, who's a rapper, and Sign of the Times by Prince. Those are the songs that I've always played, whether I'm in my car, at home, and you know, when I'm in my room or whatever, about to go to bed. And you know, I tend to listen to music before I go to bed, as well as surf the internet and stuff like that. But those are the 3 songs that I always go to for some particular odd reason. Question number 7. Favorite concert you've attended? Now, I've attended only 2 concerts in my whole lifetime. I've attended, back when I was in, I believe in 7th grade, I went to a concert that had MC Hammer, The Boys. I don't know if anybody remembers The Boys. I know you remember MC Hammer. MC Hammer, The Boys, Guy, and I can't remember, they had somebody else. And the second concert that I attended was back in 2004, and it was the, I wrote it down because I couldn't remember the name of it. It was the Verizon Ladies First Tour, and it included Beyonce, Alicia Keys, Missy Elliott, and Tamia, the singer Tamia. And that concert was bomb. You know, of course Beyonce did her thing. That's when she first came out with her solo album, so she was basically on her own. There was no Destiny's Child. Alicia Keys had just, you know, did her first album. Missy Elliott has been around for a while. And Tamia, you know, sung her top songs that we all knew her for, which was You Put a Move on My Heart and all the other little pop songs that she had at that time. So it was an all ladies tour. It was cool and all, and I mean, out of the 2 concerts that I went to, that was the one that I liked the best, obviously. Let me open my phone, it closed. Next question, number 8. Most underrated musician in my opinion. I have 2 musicians that I think are heavily underrated. One is a musician who's actually from the 80s, the late 80s. Her name is Karen White. Karen White came out with 4 albums in her span of, you know, her singing career. Her last album was actually in 2012, but nobody knows so much about it because everybody forgot about her. She was under LaFace Records, I believe so, when she first came out. Her claim to fame song is Superwoman. I don't know if anybody knows that song, but it was highly popular. And I just feel like, you know, from the time she came out to the time now, it's like, if anybody remembers Karen White, they remember the song Superwoman, but she has so much more songs than Superwoman. I mean, her albums to me were great music, and I think she was just overshadowed by all the other women that came out, and they just kind of forgot about her. And it's like, she has a great voice, you know. I think also what played a part in that is the fact that she divorced her husband, because she was either married to L.A. Reid or the opposite, the two, like Jimmy Jam, Terry Lewis, or L.A. Reid, one of the people. I know she was married to one of those guys, and it's like once they divorced, it's like her career just went to the wayside. It's like nobody remembered her anymore, although she had a very great voice. So that's the first one. The second singer that I think is very underrated is JoJo. She's a young girl who came out, and I wrote it down to be exact. In 2006, she came out with that song Get Out, something like that. She also has 4 albums, and I think she's very overshadowed, and her voice is awesome. She has a very nice singing voice. I mean, she'll blow Britney, she'll blow Christina Aguilera, she'll blow all of those girls out of the park. I mean, her voice is strong. She has a real singing voice, and I just think she's overshadowed. Point blank period. The last question. I made it through. The last question, number 9. Favorite quote or song lyric. My favorite song lyric is, let me read it from the paper, because like I said, if I don't, I'll be off on a tangent. Love can touch us one time and last for a lifetime, and never let go till we're gone. And that's from My Heart Will Go On by Celine Dion. That is my all-time favorite lyric, because, I mean, what can you say? That's a love song. And that is a song that talks about true, undevoted love. So yeah. So that concludes it. That's the I Love Music tag. 9 questions, and you learned a little bit more about the things that I like, and a little bit about the music that I know about, and basically do my tag. Come on, you know you want to do it. Make a response video. Do something. I just did something out of the blue here. So yeah, if you want to, go ahead and make a response and talk about the things that you love about music. It's only 9 questions, very short. I mean, it's up to you. I just wanted to share. So bye everybody.